Alright folks, welcome back to the battle for Wesnoth. We're right where we left off once again, just killed the Imperial General. Some people were asking me for me to go back and play the scenario again and get a hold of the Griffins this time. I was thinking about it, I'd kind of rather just press on myself. The Griffins are nice. They're not game-breaking or hugely game-changing. The only thing they really give you is mobility over mountains, which can be very useful. But I would kind of rather just keep on keeping on. I won this scenario sort of on my own terms. Yeah, I'm just gonna push ahead here. So we're gonna move on to the next scenario. I'd like to actually get through this campaign and show some other stuff off as well. Some multiplayer maybe, although multiplayer takes a long time. And maybe some other campaigns. So let's push right on to the next scenario, the Ford of Ibez. So this is the Ford of Ibez. When we ford this river, we'll be leaving Wesnoth and entering the lands of the north, filled with chaos. Betrayed us 17 years ago. So what happened, Delphador? And here we have backstory. You can read this if you like. I'm not going to read through it all. Fourth day, northern armies crossed and attacked. We were winning the battle. We were repelling them. And then the king's son turned upon the king. We already know that. We killed the prince. And Delphador says he fled. I do not know. I know not now whether that was wisdom or cowardice. Maybe a little both. Might be a little of both. That foolish boy killed himself. By crossing me. So yeah, Delphador is basically saying it was self-defense. He was coming right at me, bro. Come on, Delphador. Like, everybody knows you killed the guy. Like, don't even fret about it. Okay, we have to ford the river immediately, and look, it seems the guard towers on the river banks are manned. So we've got orcs up north trying to stop us. And maybe upstream. We have only a few days to make the crossing, and the nearest bridge is far upstream. And Ashavir has also sent soldiers, led by Lisar once again. And so she is pursuing us again because we weren't smart enough to kill her first. So, here's the way this scenario goes. There is another trident here, by the way, so having some merfolk is useful. But, Lisar is going to chase you, including with her royal guard. You can't fight her effectively. Meanwhile, you're going to be sandwiched by the orcs to the north. And so you're going to have a huge, messy fight in the river. And you have to get to the other side of the river. That's the objective. So yeah, you just have to get Conrad to the other side of the river. As soon as you do that, the scenario immediately ends. That said, it's a little bit trickier than it looks. So let's do some recalling here. You do want some level 3s here to kind of pad yourself out, but first of all, what you want is your leveled up merfolk. This is definitely a scenario where your merfolk can pay their dues. So we're going to recall Mabua, and we'll get him the trident. We're going to recall Oceana. We're going to recall... let's recall Raniel for the healing. You're going to need a lot of healing in this scenario because you're trapped in the water. We'll also recall Elrian, who is, of course, loyal, and we can level him up to max level. That'll be nice. We're going to get Loflar. We're going to get our good buddy Maver. And Sanin. There's an Elvish fighter down there. That's a loyal merman fighter. We'll recall him. We're going to get... Wraithel is at 1 experience. I really don't want a lot of people I have to protect very, very stringently. Let's get Maver back. And then let's also recruit... a horseman or two for slowing them down on this side of the bank could be useful. Let's get a merman hunter, maybe? The thing about merfolk is I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time and effort leveling them up, because there's only certain scenarios where they're valuable, which gets somewhat annoying. Let's get an elvish archer recruited. But basically, the strategy here is you spend like 2 turns recruiting, and then you just book it through the water, and force Lisar's troops to catch up with you. Because Lisar can still recruit ogres, she's recruiting level 2 units, it's a mess. The whole thing is a mess. And there is, of course, another twist, because there's never just one problem. Always more than one problem. Always, always, always. So we're going to get our Murs into the water. We're going to get Raniel. Raniel can move quite quickly, which is nice. Raniel only pays 2 in the water. Well, actually, I think most people pay... what does she pay in the water? Actually, she only pays 1. That's it. And everybody else pays 2 or 3. Most people actually pay 3. So you move very slowly through the water. Also makes cavalry harder to use. We could bring Grand Knight Yitter, who would serve as a very effective tank in the front line. We're gonna get let me see. We're going to get the sorceress here, because she can entangle, which is always a useful skill. We're going to get our marksman. And let's get our other hero as well, for fighting purposes. Then in terms of units that we want to level up, we've got a footpad, but this is probably a bad scenario to be working to level her up. Let's see if we can level up this thief. We can't really recruit. We can recruit thieves at any time, so I guess I should have just recruited the new one. We cannot recruit thugs, however, so let's see if maybe we can level up that thug. Orcs are kind of a bad target for leveling up thugs, but we'll try it. And, while we're thinking about it, let's get another mermaid. That's an okay water force. I'd like a little bit more SEAL Team 6 action here. So let's get a merman hunter. Then let's get an elvish fighter. And another shaman. Okay, then next turn we'll spend the remainder of our money, which won't be all that much, and then Conrad will run for it. The enemy cavalry is coming after us, but if we can bait the cavalry out, then we'll be fine. I think the Royal Guard actually don't chase you. I think the Royal Guard just stay there. But yeah, you can see they're recruiting a lot of level 2s. You do not want to fight this army. Especially, you do not want to fight this army while also fighting the orcs. You want to just push through the orcs as hard as you can. It's going to take a little bit of juggling, because we have to get the chaff out front, and we also have to have a little bit of chaff behind us, because otherwise, naturally, they will attempt to destroy us. There's sorceress up there. Let's get the thug up front. Let's get the fighter out there. Let's get you. You can be in the water. Why don't we send Yarla to take that? Mabua will run over here along with Oceania. And Raniel will attempt to secure a foothold on the island. You can go up there. You, sir, can move over that way. And then let's actually get a couple of elvish scouts. Just for the speed. Just so they can rush through the water, slow people down, all that good stuff. And finally an elvish fighter. Alright, this is the army, and now cue the Benny Hill theme. Because that is what we are going to be doing. We're just going to be booking it. This is another scenario where you don't end up with a lot of money. One strategy to do this is to take a few very highly leveled units and just move them across the river very quickly. You know, you only take one turn to recruit. I find it dangerous because those orcs hit very, very hard, and you tend to reach them during the night. So what I like to do is I like to take a fair number of units and try to, because see, we can stay out of range for this turn. So I like to take a fair number of units, push them into the water, and try to make the island by the time the orcs start really, really coming for me. In particular, if I can get my units far enough in that the enemy, that the loyalists also have to be in the water in order to fight me, that can definitely help. We'll push Mabua all the way over there. Oceania, these merfolk can actually come down and kind of help us by attacking the loyalists as they attempt to cross. Raniel also has 40% defense in the water, which is nice for her. These scouts, I don't really need to start sacrificing the body just yet, because, as I said, he can't reach us. So these scouts can just kind of be, like, here. They can actually be a little bit closer, even. And just sort of provide a distraction. Like, they will die, and that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. It would be nice if I could level this guy up, since he's dexterous and resilient, so a lot better in terms of HP, and also does more ranged damage. I may have left it one turn too late. They might successfully catch up to me and start cleaning my clock before I can get far enough into the river. And of course, that other factor that I was mentioning will come into play at some point here. So the orcs are lining up on the bank. They will push into the river after you. That right there is the problem. Water serpent and a whole bunch of monsters. So, over here, you got the water serpent, and you got cuttlefish. Cuttlefish are freaking dangerous. They're less dangerous than they look. Those 10 hits seem very, very tough, but they have the swarm factor, so their number of strikes goes way, way down as their HP drops. That said, they are hard to kill. And the water serpent has a ton of damage plus poison. It's a bad scene. What I can do is I can, at this point, Mabua can still get that trident, but he'll end up being attacked. So what you have to do is you have to get all the merfolk kind of swarming over there. Getting the trident is definitely valuable, but it's a gamble because the monsters will attack you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to push our vital units first. In terms of scouts, so he's there. They still couldn't reach us, so I can lock that guy down, or at least cut down on his mobility just with some arrow fire. Cavalry can reach me. Infantry cannot, so let's go right there. We're just going to sacrifice these guys in order to distract some of the enemy units, because I am nothing if not callous and cruel. Unfortunately, Elrian can only move 1 square, which makes him a little bit sketchy. Anybody with only 5 movement points who's a standard, like, infantry model can only move 1 square, which makes their use tricky in this scenario. Like right there, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move her across like that. You can move 3, because you're a thief. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try to end up with our infantry chaff kind of at the back line here. And that will be fine. I could also send Raniel out onto the deep water. I don't really want her being surrounded and beaten to a pulp by fish, though. So we're gonna leave her there for now. And we'll see what happens. So we are officially in the water now. Elrine is kind of struggling. And these Elvish Scouts are going to get the business given to them. Not too bad. Yeah, that's a little bit of business. They're getting a little bit of the business. But they are still alive, and they're distracting the enemy cavalry. What I'd like them to do, however, would be to run around and put some arrows into the ogres or the mage. Well, not arrows into the red mage, he'd blast them with fireballs, but you know what I mean. You get me. You're picking up what I'm putting down. And fortunately, there's not many of the orcs, but unfortunately, of course, the monsters, as usual, the monsters come straight for you. In every Wesnoth scenario, the enemy sides all come straight for you. Personally, I think it's a very serious flaw with Wesnoth as a game. Yeah, I can't, because that'll take my turn, I think, to take it. Let me see. I think it'll take my turn to pick it up. No, it doesn't. Oh, great. Wonderful. Okay, that's fine then. I thought it took my turn, so great. So I've snatched that. I've gotten back. We'll be able to engage the cuttlefish on decent terms. Now we need to push forward. We will meet the enemy in glorious combat next turn. And the double movers are going to be the ones to do that first. Let's get the thief up there. We're going to save an Elvish Shaman. Now you can reach Maver, as can you. So why don't you come around here, put some arrows into him. You come around here, put some arrows into him as well. That'll just sort of muck things up, slow him down, force him to take it cool. Kalens can come up there. Yarla can take the flank. And my Elvish Sorceress Panini can move up just a little bit. There. Alright, now they can't hit anybody except the scouts, so they will kill those scouts before they do anything else. Great. You can see why this scenario is tricky, though, because especially if you're not super careful with your timing, as I often tend not to be, unfortunately, what ends up happening is the enemy completely sandwiches you all at the same time. Okay, so that ogre is going to get in there. He's going to start doing damage. But will deal a lot of damage back. So what'll happen is these guys will catch you just a little bit, stop you. The cuttlefish will swing in, hit you on the side, and then while you're distracted, the teal orcs will push down on top of you. What you need to do in order to prevent this from happening is try to split them up so you can take on one unit at a time and feed the enemy chaff. Oh, they're actually going to attack the loyalists. That's fantastic. I guess because they can't reach me, but they can reach the loyalists. Jesus, I couldn't have planned that better. So you can see he's down to 7 tentacle attacks because he took 14 damage. Never mind all my complaining. That worked fine. Okay, great. Wow. Okay, so we've got a couple of cuttlefish coming for us, but the majority of the sea monsters are going to be wiped out by the Royal Guard, which is fine. Okay, so, yeah, scratch that complaining I was doing about the Wesnoth targeting protocols. I'm okay with that. You, sir. Now, Maver might get a kill here, which would be nice, but then he'd get hammered by another ogre. He can survive being hammered by another ogre. And that is a level 2, so it would give him 16 experience. He cannot go in with his sword. Wait. 80% chance of death? Oh, no, 80% chance of killing the opponent. Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to move that guy down as a sacrificial lamb. We're going to put her right there. We're going to shoot him with the bow. Damn, didn't kill him. Okay, that's fine. Sanin. We're going to move her back. We're going to move him back. There, very limited contact area now. As for you, Syrah. Okay, Syrah, whatever will be, will be. We could blast them with the Storm Trident. He will poison Mabua, but that would damage his swarm ability a lot. What I want to do is I want to eliminate this guy's ability to do a ton of damage. These guys, it's going to be daytime. They'll deal damage for like one turn, and then not really. And I can use my merman fighter. He's loyal, so I don't want to sacrifice him, but I could use him to block. Especially if I use Raniel to slow, because then this guy won't be able to move hardly at all. Okay, so yeah, now he can only move one square, which is fantastic. We can bring in Yarla and do some basically free damage to him. Okay, a lot less free than I was hoping, but, you know, still damage, that's fine. Put him right there, he can get hit by one guy. There, see, nobody can now get hit by more than one of the enemy. And we can have Kalenz up here, and Delphador ready to do some nice, heavy, ranged beats. As in beatdowns. Elvish Marksman. Yeah, these guys are the rightful prey of Elvish Marksman. So actually, Delphador, move back there. You can be up there. Elvish Captain, and then Conrad can be up that way. These cuttlefish are going to try and attack me, but what I'd like is I would like to actually pull back out of their range. Like, I'm just going to pull back onto the land where they can't get at me. Because if I can do that, then they might go down this way and target blue. And that would be super, super nice. I hope they do that. Okay, that Sea Serpent is going to die, but not before poisoning a couple of the Royal Guard. So that's fine, I guess. The Royal Guard don't really do much. They just stand there. Okay, so we lost him to the Swordsman. That's not unexpected since he's in 20% defense terrain. Yeah, he's down to 3 tentacle attacks now. Although it seems like he's getting a lot more than 3 attacks. The attack reductions don't count until after they've taken damage. That's what it is. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's less fine. Very much less fine. And now the cuttlefish are going to go through the million attacks routine again. Great. And now blue is going to be... they're not going to be satisfied, but they're going to kind of spread their forces out a little bit. So we've almost disengaged from Lisar and her gang. We do have orcs coming in on us, but we should be fine. Come on. Should be fine. Yep, we're still fine. Still fine. Okay, we're fine. Great. Every time I play Wesnoth, I have to say that to myself over and over and over again. Freaking cuttlefish and their long-ass attack animations. Well, they killed a Royal Guard. That's impressive. Yeah, that's what I wanted. You go, cuttlefish. Do it to it. Give him the business. Give him the whole frickin' business. Excellent. Okay, so now, here's the problem. Maver will die if he's subjected to another round of attacks, so we've now got to block for him. Fela is going to have to swap, I think, and I think, unfortunately, that's going to be very hard. So move her up there. Move him there, since he can't actually get away. You there, and you slow him. Okay, you shoot him with your bow. Great, you're almost leveled up now. Now Mabua can come down here and blast him with lightning. And now, in order to stop Mabua being flanked, effectively, we can put... But he's got 60% defense, so he'll probably be okay. This Merman Hunter... I do not want her getting into a sword fight. But them getting some shots would be fine, it's just that they have to be in range to do it, so let's just keep moving them up. Loflar, 47 hit points. No, they'll target him. Conrad has to keep pushing forward in order to actually, you know, win the scenario. Yarla, I'd love to level up Yarla, which means killing this crossbow, so let's get him with another ensnare. Great. 89%, yeah, do it. Yeah, buddy. There we go, that's the level. That's what I like. That's the way I like it. Just lays a few arrows into him. You can actually move all the way over there. Conrad, come up this way. Wraithel, come up that way. I'm sorry, Kalenz, not Conrad. Hilariously, when you're in water, magic attacks actually have a lower percentage to hit than anything else. Okay, he's almost dead. He'll die if he tries to attack in this coming turn. Let's leave Delphador down here, where he can help fend off Blue. Blue Dabba-dee Dabba-die, which will take some fending, unfortunately. Jesus. Mabua might die. 56, 60% defense. 6 times 3. Why is it only 6 times 3? Is he slowed? Oh, he's slowed, that's right. Yeah, I did that on purpose. Go me. But that's 80 in 8 strikes. They would have to hit 5 times between the two of them, then he would have to hit once. Or if they hit 4 times and he hit twice. No, that wouldn't do it. Okay. Mabua's probably safe. But it's a little scary. Probably safe, but a little scary, which is really what Wesnoth is like a lot of the time. I'm going to take another calculated gamble. Put Oceania there. Don't really like that. What I'm worried about is that this Elvish Shaman is going to be killed by the Red Mage, and then the Cuttlefish are going to swoop in and kill him. So in order to stop that, what I'm actually going to do is probably sacrifice my Merman Hunter. Because he's more important than a Merman Hunter. Or, actually, I can put him right there. He has only 19 health. So these guys can, either of these guys could swing in and almost certainly kill him. They'd have to hit him 7 times, which is likely. What I can do is I can put Vuki right there. Okay. And then her right there. Fine. Then you can advance. You can advance. That'll probably save everybody's life. Probably, because nobody can be attacked by more than one person at a time. This Elvish Shaman is still by far the weakest link. Baloo can probably kill her if they focus her out. But they might go after the Cuttlefish. Who knows? Probably not. Alright, the Royal Guard are finishing off the Cuttlefish that attacked the Loyalist base. Yeah, there you go. Oh, they attacked the Cuttlefish. Some of them did. Okay, that might change targeting priorities, though, since that Cuttlefish is badly injured. And it will also lower the damage that the Cuttlefish are able to do. Oh, he went into melee. That's funny. He would have killed me if he fired ranged, but I would have slowed him at the same time. So I guess I can see why he did it. Okay. That's fine. That's still fine. And the swordsman is going after Delphador, which is super fine, because Delphador will be okay. Delphador is not in any danger here. Okay, orcs are coming in. That's fine. They're doing damage. Yep, to be expected. Gonna kill her. Might kill him. Oh, good on you, Gumreddick. Gumreddick with the save. And now they're attacking wizards in melee, which is perfect. I love it. Okay, now you just need a kill of anybody and you level. So let's move you up there. You come down here and hit him with your sword a couple of times. Actually, hit him with your bow a couple of times. Yeah, buddy, there you go. Elvish Champion. Elvish Champions have very high numbers of attacks, which makes them very effective. They also have a lot of hit points. So they're tough, and they retaliate very well in either ranged or melee combat. Makes them quite strong. This mage, meanwhile, is about to get a weapon. Because I got a thug right here. And the will to use him. Let's entangle? Let's actually not lose our shaman if we don't have to. Why don't we get her down to... Oh, but he's... yeah, he's back. Okay, well, blast him with thunderbolts, please. Oh my god. That was despicable. I hate you and everything you stand for. Okay, entangle him. Can't kill him, so just entangle him. Actually, we can't kill him. There we go. That's fine. Now you, mademoiselle. What we want is we want this thug to beat him to death, but he can only do 16 damage. So, we're gonna need a little bit of help with the whole beating situation. Okay, so now he's down to 11. Now I only have to hit him 3 times. There we go. Might will die to this ogre, but if the thug dies to the ogre, you can't save everybody. It'll be alright. Up here, meanwhile, what I'd really like would be to sneak the kill on him. For that, I need a little bit of ranged power. 50% chance to kill there. I think that's the best. I think that's the lowest I'm gonna get, and if I kill him, well, then my Elvish hero will get some experience. Killed him. Okay, that's fine. You then come in here and hit him with your trident. Down to 13. Ugh. An awkward amount. Fairy touch. Worthwhile? Yes, because I can move people in front of her, so yeah. Do the fairy touch thing. 49% chance to kill. Excellent. Perfect. Stab him. Stab him. Stab him again. There you go. Alright, now we've got another rogue. And Kalenz can move up here and blast him with Fairy Fire. Or just miss a lot. I mean, he could have missed more. Okay, so now this is slightly dangerous, but... Because 24, 24... combined, that is enough to kill Wrathiel, but if this guy attacks, Wrathiel is very, very likely to kill him with the retaliation. So I'm not too worried about it. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Yep, there we go. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, that was, pretty much knew that was coming. And still fighting the cuttlefish, which is great, giving me time to escape. Yep, come into the water, fight my champion, that's fine. That is fine by me. Cavalry are pushing in. But at this point, we're within a couple turns of finishing the scenario. Because all we have to do is touch Conrad to the bank and we win. Strategically speaking, if you want to get the maximum experience out of this scenario, you actually have to leave Conrad in the water while you try and kill off the Orcish Lord. But I think doing so is a mistake. What are you doing? Okay. Alright. So, now, that guy can move 2 spaces. Let's kill him. Actually, let's not use the Storm Trident to kill him. Let's use Maver. Shoot him with a bow. No, I don't really... I kind of just want to disengage at this point. It's like, not... Many of the units won't really be able to catch me, except you can move 2. Hit him with some light beams real quick. You go heal on that island for a second. I'll think about this while I'm polishing off the orcs up top here. So you're leveled. You could use some experience. You two could use some experience. Why don't you shoot him with your bow? Great. You move up there. You shoot him with your bow. Man, you've just been playing support character to everyone. There we go. Okay, now Yarla can swing back down here. And you go up there, shoot him with your bow for free damage. It's free damage / real estate. You kill him. Oh, come on. Now you've got the Storm Trident, so you can blast him to death? Question mark. 49%. That's pretty good death. You can't reach. You can't reach. Yeah, that's fine. Storm Trident. Not quite death. Throw spears at him. Good job. Great. I like the little celebration animation as well. Elrian, do something useful with your worthless life, please. And all the orcs are now dead, so we're just going to pile onto the shore. And as soon as Conrad gets there, we will have won the scenario. Yep, they're going to go try to finish off the cuttlefish, which they will probably do if they focus on it. And I'll see if I can sneak one more level out of this scenario. By killing that ogre. I can level a merman by killing that ogre. Actually, I might be able to steal the cuttlefish kill, too. If I can steal the cuttlefish kill, then that'll be great. Oh, yeah, I can. He's coming after me. Seems unwise from a personal perspective. So, Conrad can't quite reach the beach, so we're going to have one more turn here. You go, yeah, you can't reach me. Go steal villages. Claim them for our own, please. You slow him down and do a little bit of damage, or not, as the case may be. So, you need 23 experience. You need 8 experience, so killing a level 1 would do for you. You just, like I said, you just need to kill a level 1. So if you could get there... What if you got there? Resistance versus Pierce. Not the worst. Shoot him with your bow a little bit. And killing the cuttlefish. Alright, just blast him with the trident, please. Great. Okay. So the Merman Hunter can level up to a Spearman, who has better attacks, or a Netcaster, who has actually kind of a, not a very impressive melee attack, but can slow people with a net. Well, I think I'm going to go... I think they can level up again. Yeah, they can level up to Entanglers, who have an even better net. Or we can go Spearman and then Javelineer, who has a really, really powerful ranged attack, but no net ability. I'm going to go Netcaster, because I think utility abilities like that are rad. And then Oceania, can you maybe kill him? 65% worth a shot? Apparently not. Okay, so we're going to lose Felia to the Ink attack. Odds are really, really good we're going to lose Felia. Let's get down here and hit this guy with the bow some more. Just to make sure he can't retell. Come on, people. Be a little bit more effective. For crying out loud. For crying out loud. Might lose Yarla. They might manage to take Yarla down. We'll see. Pushing for that level might have cost me one of my merman warriors. Ugh, it probably has. Oh, you can take it, you can do it, you can live. Woo! Oh, okay. Okay, Yarla, get out of there. It's not worth it, Yarla. It's not worth your life! Run! Then we'll get Mr. Lightning Stick over here, score one more kill with him, and we'll be fine. Okay, Mr. Lightning Stick. 21. So, Yarla, first of all. Run for the hills, run for your life. You kill that ogre. You kill that cuttlefish, please. Thank you. Okay, Oceania is now pretty well done. And I think that should be about it. Let's blast this guy with fireballs real quick. Great. And on that note, I think we'll bid this scenario adieu. Made it across the river safely. Where to now? If we have any hope of penetrating Kanalga, we must continue north to seek help from the dwarves of the Heart Mountains. Alright, so Lisar is going to keep on chasing us, calling us foul imposter. How rude. We're not foul or imposty. She's really going to chase us. Yes, she's really going to chase us. So we must continue onward. If she makes it across before winter, then so be it. And we even got some bonus gold, so we'll start with an extra 57. So that's the scenario. I'll see you next time. If you like this, like the video, let YouTube know. Always helps actually guide other people to find it, which is always nice. And I will see you in the next episode of the Battle for Wesnoth.